Have you ever picked up a book and instead of getting a thrill down your spine, you get a shiver of awful anticipation? You're not alone. Most of the populations face difficulties when they read. It becomes a tasking activity for most people. But what if I told you that it does not have to be like this? In this video, let's explore 5 real-life hacks which can help you make reading an enjoyable activity instead of a chore. There are 2 reasons to read in general, and the following strategies will help you to discover literature no matter what the goal: knowledge increase, self-improvement, or improved life. Just consider how useful it would be to dive into marvelous stories in literature or get inspired by inspiring books in non-fiction without having regular readings on your head. How the small begins can change the world, how to deal with digital disorders to stay on track, and how you can listen to audiobooks while doing your other activities. Every suggestion is aimed at making you find interest in reading, so it will be easier for you to find such texts that can lead to a bright future for you with knowledge. Thus, if you have ever thought about how to change reading into something you do not really dislike, or if you are interested in ways to enhance your reading, you are welcome. You will discover practical tips that can enrich the process of reading and transform you into a provider of your content. So let me help you on this, and let us start turning the experience of reading into fun and a pleasant endeavor. To develop the right reading habit, one has to learn how to start slowly. Picture of having a plan that if one will read only 1 page every day, it will be a big achievement. It is a good idea to start reading without pressure, which is why such a site can be helpful in learning the first literature without feeling bored. It means that, using this approach, you are just able to read without the burden of high expectations. This is likely to tempt you to read another page once you have read the single page, and guarantee you will be interested in doing so. With time, such a commitment can generate immense personal development and sets a positive trajectory for acquiring knowledge and being inspired. Before venturing on this process, bear in mind that it's the quality, not the quantity, that counts. Mentally programming yourself to read every single day means that you are creating some space for high performance in your daily lives. Picture this. All it takes is making coffee in the morning, waking up and spending some 30 minutes over a few pages of a book that interests you. Through this routine, one is not only fed with information, but is well reminded that you are your own source of knowledge and skills, and with the light at the end of the tunnel shining brighter every day, it does not take rocket science to know that making money becomes a lot easier with increased expertise. Further, it is also necessary to pay attention to such elements as goal progress. When writing about what you have read, you could use a notebook or an application to record what you have read daily. It also holds an individual responsible and also encourages the person to embrace his/her success no matter how little it is. The improved reading habit you develop is likely to give you confidence to handle books with elevated levels of difficulty, thereby improving your self-development. And who knows? Well, this new habit that you have developed might just lead you to the right door to new opportunities you hadn't thought of before. But before we jumped into those types of books, it is wise to discuss how one can protect themselves from the distractions that come with technology. Digital distractions have become a part of every person's life, especially the active one, and they can be a serious obstacle while building up a reading habit. For one to be able to read a book effectively and have a genuine encounter with it, one has to set the situation right to avoid getting interrupted. Some of these may include: one can decide to read for a while before using the internet. In this way, you can train your brain to pay attention to the pages in the book in front of you rather than be drawn into the world of social media. These changes will substantially enhance your ability to focus and lock down into your brain whatever information you are reading, hence making your reading more enjoyable. Think starting your day with your favorite cup of coffee and reading an amazing plot of a novel or an interesting non-fiction. By choosing to read rather than respond to emails, open social media, or watch TV news, among others, you not only exercise your concentrating muscles but also put yourself on the right side of productivity for the day. To achieve this practice can assist an individual to cultivate a respective superior performance attitude that is able to manage the demands of day-to-day life. Moreover, the more often a person reads, they discover they are being enriched with more vocabularies and analyze problems and situations critically, which can be of benefit in most aspects of life. In the same way, try not to have notifications on your devices during the time that you read. It has the potentiality of eradicating all the distractions, which may hinder the flow of concentration on the material being studied. The longer you learn how to avoid these online fallacies, you will be able to see a change in the way you comprehend what is being read, and the process become more of pleasure. It really is all about building habits that places you on the path to having a better life and to enhance yourself. If one becomes successful in avoiding such distractions, one may find it useful to read with audiobooks, which definitely adds to the mixture. Listening to audiobooks can be a powerful tool, especially for those who cannot set apart time to sit down and read through a book. Audiobooks provide an opportunity to exercise this right alongside other regular activities, thus can be considered as the best way to enjoy literature. For example, one may be interested in listening to an inspiring biography which can be listened to during the preparation of dinner or while doing the dishes. In this way, one can use time effectively, as well as gain knowledge, which is also a major factor in a person's personal development, thus resulting in an improved life. Reading can also be complemented with other routines to improve the process as well as its results. For instance, if you like taking coffee in the morning, why don't you make a habit of listening to audiobooks while doing so? They allow you to read in the morning and consistently create a good habit that will make you want to read in the course of the day. In due course, these moments add up to the very highlights of the day, not to mention that they make you relaxed and well-informed. Besides, when you get used to listening more actively, you may realize that you learn better, and this will help you to perform highly in different spheres of life. Finally, you might want to set some targets concerning audiobooks that you listen to. This could be to read one audiobook every month or to sample new categories in audiobooks that you have not encountered before. This not only makes the content interesting, but it also makes you look for new knowledge that are out there. When you read these stories, you prepare yourself not only to face the challenges of life's pressures in teens, but prepare for a great future along the way. Using these approaches, one can be on the right track toward altering the pattern of reading as well as embrace literature like you have never done before. So, these are 5 powerful tips and tricks that you became familiar with. Now, it is high time to implement all of them. Remember, reading is a marathon and not a sprint, so anyone who says you should read a certain amount of books per week or per month is misleading you. And kindly be patient with yourself. Don't forget to cheer yourself up each time, no matter the level you are on. When you begin to apply these strategies, you will observe the changes in your thinking process and in dealing with literature. Ask yourself, it is time to introduce yourself with the interesting opportunity to take control of your reading to open the unnumbered advantages of it. If so, then it's about time that you commit something for your own good and for your own benefit. This should be a realistic challenge for the reader, which can be to read 1 book per month to read for half an hour daily. This means when you invest in your own personal growth and development, then you are preparing yourself for a better future filled with knowledge and surprise chances. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button and activate the notification bell icon to receive more useful tips and tricks from us that will help to become better readers and achieve the set goals. This way, we can gather like-minded people that would like to make reading a passion that strengthens one's desire to become a better person. Well, then what are you waiting for? Open a book, take a look, and fall into a new world with the help of reading skill. That is all from this day's lecture, and you have been a wonderful audience. I think we must have discussed something useful there this time. That is it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one. Wishing you the best day today.